Hello everyone. Today we are going to figure out the modes of nutrition. Basically, what are the different ways of getting food? So, based on how different living things get their food, we can classify them into two categories. The ones who can produce their own food, known as producers. Most examples involve the green trees, plants, and all the green stuff around us, and some bacteria as well in this category. And how do they make their own food? Well, they do that by using the energy from their surroundings. For example, plants and all the green things can use the energy from the sunlight to make their own food. And you may have heard of this process called photosynthesis, which we will talk about in detail in the next video. But we can't make our own food like that. So, what are we? Well, if you are not a producer, you are a consumer. Consumer, as the name suggests, are the ones that consume others, that eat others for food, and are known as consumers. Now, before we proceed, I will tell you their biological names. So, the biological name of producer is autotrophs. The word auto means self and troph means nourish. So, this means they can self nourish. They can make their own food. They can feed themselves. On the other hand, consumers' biological name is heterotrophs. The word hetero means others. Trophs means nourish. So, like the name says, they can't self nourish. They rely on others to nourish themselves. Based on how heterotrophs eat, we can further classify them into three categories. First is holozoic. Consumers which digest their food inside of their body. We are holozoic with most animals and insects because we eat and then the food is digested inside our body. And we are called so because the word holo means whole. We eat whole food. Now, in order to be holozoic, we need to have a good digestive system so that we can break down whatever we eat inside our body. But what if we do not have a good digestion system? What happens then? Well, then you become a saprotroph. Saprotrophs are the ones that don't have a good digestive system, and as a result, they digest the food outside of their body and then eat it. They are responsible for rotting and decaying things, and they include most bacteria and fungi. How do they digest the food outside of their body? Actually, they spit all the enzymes or the acids needed to break down the food, and as they do so, chemical reactions take place and the food gets digested. Whenever this kind of digestion happens, some byproducts are created, and these byproducts start making the things rot and makes the whole thing smell as well. However, a similar digestion process happens in our stomach as well, even when we digest food, because it's inside our body, we cannot smell it, but when we throw up, we can smell it. However, saprotrophs also feed on the dead and decompose them. So, if they were not there, then all the dead things like the dead animals, plants, and everything would just pile up. Basically, they recycle all the nutrients and make sure they go back into the nature, which can be reabsorbed by the plants. The word sapro itself means rotting. That's why they are called saprotrophs, because they eat on the dead, decay them, and rot them. Finally, what if you don't or you can't digest the food at all, whether it is inside or outside? Then what? Then you become a parasite. Parasites hardly digest any food. They depend on a host, meaning another living organism. For example, a leech is a parasite. It can get stuck on any of our body part and then it starts sucking blood. Now, our blood directly contains digested food, and so it just starts getting nutrients from blood directly. So, they don't have to digest anything since they are depending on a host. Parasites can either live on surface of their hosts like leeches, or they can live inside of the host as well. For example, tapeworms and roundworms live inside intestines. The word para means alongside, which means eating alongside its host. Another important thing about parasites is that they don't try to kill their host, but they end up harming their hosts. We might think parasites are useless, but few scientists believe that the worms inside our intestines actually help in boosting our immunity. And few leeches are useful in removing infected blood from our body. Thus, a parasite might harm you, but most of them have no intentions of killing you. So, today we have seen the various modes of nutrition. In the next presentation, we will focus more on autotrophic mode of nutrition, that is photosynthesis. Thank you.